Have you been wondering what you can get in Highlands Ranch, Colorado for $700,000 to $800,000? Well, in today's video, we are going over anything and everything Highlands Ranch and the houses and neighborhoods you can get in that price point. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and keep on watching. Welcome back to Colorado Living. I'm Nicole Baker. We are going over Highlands Ranch today in this video. But before we get started, I have to let you guys know I'm a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state, and I help people just like you thinking about relocating to the Denver, Colorado metro suburbs. And if you're interested, go ahead and reach out. My number is popping up, as well as my email, day, night, text, call, whatever is easiest for you guys. I love helping you out, but let's get started in today's video. Before we get started on this specific house that we are about to drive to and the neighborhood, I wanted to explain a few things that are specific to Highlands Ranch if you're interested in it. A couple things to mention: it is very, very suburban. So for people that are looking for lots of nightlife and things to do, I guess, outside of like suburbia, I don't know that this neighborhood is going to be, or city, I guess, Highlands Ranch specifically, isn't going to necessarily be for you. It is suburbia to the max out here. You have your Targets, you have your restaurants, and a couple fast foods. You got your Starbucks, things like that, but it is mostly suburban. If you want something more nightlife vibe, you probably want to be a little bit closer to Denver or Centennial or something like that. Something a little bit closer to the city where you're going to get that. Something else to mention: you are really, really close to the Children's Hospital of Colorado, if that's something important to you. I know I have a few clients who need to be close to that or have very quick access to that. So Highlands Ranch is perfect for that. Or even if you're interested in checking out a couple other cities, Highlands Ranch and Littleton are really close to the Children's Hospital, depending on where you are in those cities. But something to keep in mind, you also have a lot of newer construction when it comes to commercial construction. So a lot of new restaurants, new Starbucks, new Target, new everything, right? And then the homes, you do have some newer homes in here. And then you also have probably like early 2000s homes. And then this house that we're going to check out today is definitely in that year range. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some details on that property now. So like I mentioned, $700,000. So not too bad to be close to Denver. You're about 35-ish minutes from downtown Denver. The airport is a little bit further from this location compared to Southeast Aurora or Parker. You're probably looking about 45-ish minutes. So not too bad, not as far as places like Castle Rock or something like that. So not too bad. This one is going to be 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2,138 square feet, and it is built in 1997. So a little bit older than the 2000s, but we're all in that range, give or take a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around so you guys can check out the neighborhood, and then we will drive right up to that house. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started in checking out this neighborhood. First thing to mention is, again, you do have the mature trees. I mention it in pretty much every single neighborhood, unless it's like a newer community similar to Southeast Aurora. You probably don't have as many big, beautiful trees, but this neighborhood definitely has it. You also have lots of brick in here, which is something that is absolutely gorgeous. Tons of leaves changing. I'm sure you guys can tell in my videos. Every video is a little bit different because the leaves keep falling off more and more. This community seems like it does have quite a bit of changing fall colors, so that's really nice. Like I mentioned before, the homes are a little bit older, but not as old as some of the other neighborhoods I featured on here, like communities in Littleton, for example. Not too bad. You have a lot of closed fencing, not really seeing any open fencing, so that's something to mention. You also have lots of homes in here that are 3-car garages, so that's really nice as well. And you are in Douglas County School District, so again, one of the top school districts that you can be in Colorado. But if you're interested in more information on that, go ahead and check out the link below so you guys can see exactly, you know, whatever information is important for schools. I don't have children. My clients do. They say Douglas County is good. Niche.com says it's good. So if it's more important to you to dig deeper on exactly what's good about it, go ahead and check out that link in my description box. But I'm gonna go ahead and flip around here so you guys can see the exact house, and then that way, yeah, you can check it out and see what you can get for $700,000. I'm also gonna pop up the exterior photo in case you guys can't really get a good view of it from this angle. We are here now. So it's a little bright, so I'm gonna pop up a picture so you guys can see exactly what this house exteriorly looks like. And then also I'm gonna pop up some interior photos as well so you guys can check it out. But it's a really, really cute house. I love the interior for $700,000. That's a pretty good deal. You also have a 2-car garage, little front patio. But let's go ahead and we're gonna actually head to the next neighborhood so you guys can check that out. But again, $700,000, super, super cute house and super cute neighborhood, close to all the amenities. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about this neighborhood. Alright guys, we're at the next location now. We're about 10 minutes from the previous house and 10 minutes away from the main hub of Highlands Ranch. And the reason why I wanted to feature this area and this neighborhood specifically in this video is because it is a little bit closer to the Lone Tree area. And if you're familiar with Lone Tree at all, it is a little bit of a different vibe than Highlands Ranch. Highlands Ranch is very suburban. And then when you are in Lone Tree, it is a little bit more of a cool nightlife. I wouldn't say it's city by any means, but it definitely has a more city feel, more lively. You have parking garages, you have big buildings, things like that. And then also this location is closer to Denver Tech Center. If you work downtown or in Denver Tech Center, these areas in Highlands Ranch might be a little bit better for you. But it's really just to show you that Highlands Ranch does cover a very large portion of the bottom left. I'll pop up a map now so you guys can see that, but there's gonna be, you know, different parts of Highlands Ranch that might work better for you than others. But it really is just to show you that if you're interested in Lone Tree, you know, maybe you want to look into Highlands Ranch or parts of Highlands Ranch, or if you're looking at Littleton, maybe Highlands Ranch would be a good option for you too. But so the next house we're gonna see is $725,000, so not much more than the previous home, but it is a little bit bigger at 2,684 square feet. And then the year is 2000 and 2000. So the year's 2000, a little bit newer than that previous neighborhood. And then the next house that we're gonna see, I believe, is even a little bit newer than that. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for newer homes. Typically, not always, obviously location matters too, but a lot of the times when you're looking at newer homes, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, things like that. But there's definitely a million different variables that I can't go over in this exact video, so that's why I have you guys reach out to me. But let's flip this camera over so you guys can check out this neighborhood, and then we will drive by the house. All right guys, so I think first thing off the bat is there are some larger trees in here, not as big, but you also have not as many 3-car garages. The houses are a little bit smaller from what I'm seeing, at least on the outside of the property. Doesn't mean that, you know, there's not tons of square footage, because like we mentioned, or like I mentioned, I guess, is that the previous home was a little bit smaller. So that's something to keep in mind. And we're almost there to this house. Also, closed fencing, it looks like, on majority of these properties, if not all. They have, some of them have like cute little patios, which is nice as well. But the house is actually right up here on the left, right across the street from the mailbox. Here we go. They got it all decorated up for Halloween. I don't know. Let me zoom out a little bit here for you. And then I'm also gonna pop a picture up on the screen now so you guys can see that of the exterior, so it's a clearer picture. And then also I'm going to be popping up a photo of the interior photos as well, so you guys can see exactly what you can get. This home is a little bit more outdated than the previous property, but just something to keep in mind when you are looking. And then we're gonna go ahead and head to the next house. It's not but a little bit further, maybe a couple minutes from here, and it is going to be a little bit more expensive, closer to that $800 price point, so just keep that in mind. But let's get going. Alright guys, we just got to the next house. We're about 5 minutes from the previous property. A couple things I saw on the way over here. We had a Starbucks, you got a Walgreens, Taco Bell, King Soopers, things like that. Things that are gonna be places where you can get your necessities essentially without driving too far, so that's something that is really nice. I'm gonna flip this camera around just a second so you guys can see the street view, but the property that we're gonna be driving by today is 770 as of now, and then it is built in 2003, 2,918 square feet. So you guys can kind of get a vibe of what you can get in this neighborhood around these price points. But let's go ahead and flip the camera around and start showing you guys what the neighborhood looks like. All right, guys, so we are checking out this neighborhood now. All of them have a really similar feel, and I think that's something that you're just gonna end up getting in Highlands Ranch. Very, very suburban, really cute properties. Nothing like, they all look pretty similar. They're all like a tract style home. So if that's something that you're looking for, definitely think about Highlands Ranch. But I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, so I wanna feature exactly what the neighborhoods look like, because if you've never been here before, you wouldn't know. So that's why I do these videos. If you do like these videos, if you guys could hit me a like, just so I know that you like them too. And I'm not just messing around, driving around, showing you guys neighborhoods you don't even like. So yeah, hit that like button. And then I think we're super close to this house. Again, closed fencing, really cute little patios, mature trees, people walking their dogs, things like that. And then I think we're close to the house. Let's see here. I'm looking. Oh, there it is. It's a cutie. Let's flip around. I'm gonna pop up an exterior photo so you guys can see what that exterior looks like, and a couple interior photos as well so you guys can see what you can exactly get. There we are, the cute little greenhouse. You can definitely tell it has a newer feel. Let me zoom out so you guys can see a full view. You can definitely tell it has a newer feel to it. I know that green's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but that can be changed. That's just paint. We can paint to white if you guys want, as long as it's okay with your HOA. But I think it's really cute, and it is a decent price for a decent location. Well, really nice location, not decent location. Obviously, people love Highlands Ranch, and that's why it's rated, I think, number 8, at least in Denver metro suburbs. So I think everybody's liking Highlands Ranch, and I wouldn't mind living here myself, especially if you like that suburban lifestyle like I mentioned. So let me go ahead and show you guys a little bit more of this neighborhood. I know didn't show enough, I feel like, in the beginning, but let's go ahead and do just like a little time lapse so you guys can see and not hear me talking, because I know I'm annoying. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Like I mentioned before, hit a like if you guys like these videos and if you find value from them. I just want to make sure you're actually liking them. And then also, if you do like content just like this, I post every Monday and Wednesday all about relocating to Denver and the surrounding suburbs. So again, like I mentioned, if you are looking to do that, go ahead and hit subscribe so you can get all the content. And before I let you guys go, I am a licensed realtor here in this beautiful state. So if you've been thinking about relocating, which seems like you might be because you're watching these videos, go ahead and reach out. My number is popping up, as well as my email, text, call, day, night, whatever is easiest for you guys. I love talking to you, and I love helping you guys relocate. I also did it, so I know how stressful it is. It is not something to be taken lightly, so go ahead and reach out, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.